So anyways, guys, it's no question. Elon Musk even declared on his Twitter the other day, I am by far the most successful YouTuber of all time. I'm extremely woke and family friendly. I'm not going to list out the list. Okay, I am. I am the most woke, family friendly, billionaire YouTuber with a great body who is now also in decaf. This is known. And it's common knowledge that I alone hold the tome of success. Nobody knows how to get successful on the internet except for me. Which is why you guys always ask in live streams. You know, Alex, all you do is make these dumb woke speeches and talk in vague ways and never give me a tactic to build a business. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you the only business you should be building in 2020. This is by far the #1 tactic to use. And if you use this type of business right here that I'm going to tell you, I don't see how you cannot be successful. I just don't. And if you're interested in starting a business, getting financial freedom, the whole 9 yards, it's going to take me about 5 minutes to explain. And if you don't have 5 minutes, that's fine. Go build one of these other businesses you're thinking about and waste a year of your life. And you can come back to this video and just learn about the business you should have built. So let me explain what this business is by telling you a story. So every year I try to take 4 vacations, or at least 7 days off in a row. And one of these 7-day vacations, I just sat around and played Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game that came out a while back, nonstop, constantly. And in this game, there's, I forgot what it's called, but it's called like the Trial of the Sword. And you have to just beat this impossible challenge. At least it was impossible for me. And I was playing on Master Mode, so it was double impossible for me to beat this challenge. And when you beat this challenge, you get a special upgrade for your Master Sword. So I tried this challenge over and over and over and over again, and it was just insanely hard. So that night when I was eating at dinner, I was trying to figure out how can I get this damn sword upgrade. I was obsessed with it, I'm taking a shower the next morning. I'm thinking, mastering out, you know, writing PhD stuff on the walls, thinking about how I can get this master sword upgrade. I'm searching through the internet, looking at strategy videos. And the way I ended up getting this sword is I had this challenge in front of me, and it had the thing I wanted, and I couldn't break through this challenge. But because I was so obsessed about it, I dug and dug and dug and found a glitch in this challenge. And so what this glitch requires you to do is actually one of the funnest gaming moments I ever had, is you have to go and do a shield flip on a wall in a way that glitches the game and gets your character to turn this way when he jumps. And then what you do is you enter the sword challenge, and then you jump at a wall for like 10 minutes straight. This wall is very hard to get to. You have to glitch it right at the right time. And then you jump through this wall, and it takes you to the outside of where the developers basically code the game. So basically all the areas in the game are like rooms. And if you jump through, it's like if you ever seen The Matrix when they go into that white hallway when there's all these doors to all the other rooms, that's what you have to do. So you have to run through this like overworld that wasn't meant for players to run through. You have to jump up a hill and then find the proper room, jump through that wall, and then kill this creature with a box. It's actually really difficult to do. And then you have to do that 3 times in a row without messing up. Doing this alone took me about 4 hours to accomplish because I kept messing up the box part, and that was really hard. But after those 4 hours were done, I beat it, and I got the sword upgrade, and I was super happy. So what does this have to do with business? Well, as you can see in this one challenge right here, the way I beat this challenge is I was here, and there was this wall that I just couldn't get through. It was blocking my success. And the way I got through this wall was through pure obsession. I just sat around it until I couldn't get through the wall this way, I couldn't get through the wall this way, I couldn't get through the wall this way. So I dug a hole, went into the devil's lair, and then swung back around, did a bunch of weird things, did the Macarena, and then got to success right here. And the only way I was able to do that is because I was obsessed with it. I was absolutely obsessed to get to this goal, and there was nothing that was going to stop me. The logical way didn't work, the semi-logical ways didn't work, and the only way I got to it was by just breaking everything and just doing something that was completely batshit crazy to get to this sword. So, the funny thing about this is exactly how success in business looks like. This is exactly how success, at least financially, looks like. What you have to have the ability to do in your business is what's going to happen is you're going to build a business, and you're going to run into this wall. And no matter how many ways you try to logically get around it, you think your way out of it, you're not going to get past it. It's just going to keep ricocheting off, ricocheting off, ricocheting off, ricocheting off. And eventually what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find your own way to do it, whatever tactic you are doing. For example, when I got started, I was doing SEO, wasn't working. And then I got this one niche and this one site like kind of go up, and then I did all these weird things, and I started like this kind of magazine-y like thing, and then I started like putting like PDFs together and selling them. It's just weird, bonkers. No one laid this out for me. It was just this pure obsession-based obsession that through pure obsession, I just figured a way to make it work. And basically what I did in that business is I had to dig a hole of China, break through, go to the devil's lair, find this weird thing that I could sell, find a niche just accidentally. It all occurred just through the obsession. It wasn't something that I planned or anything like that. But because I was obsessed, then I was able to get around this wall and get to success. And the only thing that got me to this point was obsession. And so if you're building a business in 2020, if you're a beginner or you're a veteran and you want to go to higher lengths, you want to build bigger things, or even if you're, 20 years old, 30 years old, and this is your first business, the number one thing you should look for is something that will trigger that amount of obsession like I had with the Zelda sword. If you can find something where you're thinking about in the shower, you're drawing it out on the windows in your shower, not the windows. I hope you don't have windows in your shower, creep. No one wants to see that. But the glass in your showers when you're thinking about it at dinner, when you're constantly trying to figure out how to get around this wall, If you unlock that, I don't know how you can be successful. Because just like the Zelda game, you'll try all the logical ways, you'll try the straightforward ways, and then you just won't care. You'll just break the system. You'll break the system, you'll find a glitch, and you will just run through the overworld, run through the places you're not supposed to go, run through the things that nobody even thinks exist and can be done, and that will trigger you to finally find your way to break through in your own personal way. It doesn't matter what the business is. If you cannot stop thinking about it, and you cannot stop working on it, you are eventually going to find some way to dig around the wall, jump over the wall, break through the wall, light the wall on fire. It doesn't matter. And so that's my response to all you guys right there. It can be Amazon FBA, it can be Shopify, it can be consulting, it can be starting a SaaS company, it can be selling hot dogs on the street. I don't care. Just find the one business that triggers that freak-like obsession that will push you to do whatever it takes to be successful. And if a business doesn't have that and you're trying to build a business without that, it's nearly impossible. Just like if I was trying to get that sword and I wasn't obsessed with it, I didn't care very much about it, I would have maybe tried the trials 1 or 2 times and just said, oh, yeah, not for me. That was not an option for me because I was obsessive compulsive trying to get this sword. But the thing is, that's how I've been in business my entire life. I find things and I'm just obsessed with them. And I sit around the shower, at dinner, when I'm with friends, I sit around thinking about these things. If you don't feel that for your business, you haven't picked the right business yet. So use that to pick the business model you want to chase down, not some special tactic or what some dude on YouTube says. And if you like videos like this, be sure to go and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell below, because once or twice a week, I make a post on YouTube. I leave it for a few hours, and it gives away about $2,000 to $3,000 worth of courses, about 30 to 40 hours on building email businesses, sales, copy, advertising, basically everything you need to build a business. And in order to see that post and make sure it gets shown right at the top of your newsfeed, you have to subscribe and hit the notification bell at least. And the like will make the algorithm show you that post so much quicker. I only leave it up for a few hours, so be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below because I like hearing from you. I'll see you in the next video.